Hello, hope everyone's having a really good week this week. As you know, on my last video I was talking about narcissistic abuse and I was sharing my own journey, because my Healing From Within journey and YouTube channel is all about teaching the keys and tools that I find to heal from deep within, and then I share them with you so that you can heal too. So if you've gone on my journey and you've seen any of my other videos, especially my last video, you'll see that I actually hit rock bottom and I was stuck in so much deep depression and brokenness and heartache and past trauma, to the point that I'd snapped and had quite a big mental breakdown. And I have found all these keys and tools and methods to heal and rewire the brain, just completely heal from depression. And so as I am healing, I'm sharing them with you, because I know so many of you, like I was, feel like you're completely stuck in depression and brokenness and there's no way forward. But I am so excited to share that I found all these methods to heal, to actually heal the brain, as if you're wiping your brain clean from all the trauma and the brokenness, and to the point where it no longer hurts, it no longer affects your life, and to the point that your brain is now so positive and so healed that you can be free. Now, I'm not saying that things never happen in your life. Still, we live in this world where we're playing this human game and we're living here, trying to figure out how to win it. But we lose loved ones, we go through hard times sometimes. But now I have all the keys and the tools and the methods to heal. So on my last video I was sharing about narcissistic abuse and all the things that I went through, to the point that that was the topping on the cake for me, that pushed me over the edge. But I actually didn't know what narcissism was. I'd never even heard of the word. I don't know whether I was living under a rock or what, but I was so in my own world. I shared with you on my last video that we worked for church. So we was very religious, very we was so busy in our work with the church and with humanitarian work and with different things that I was doing, running children's clubs and youth clubs and doing women's ministry and just so many different things. I think I was in a bit of a my own bubble. But I didn't realize that I was dealing with narcissistic abuse. I didn't know what it was until I told you on the last video that that counselor read all my emails and read all what was going on, and then worked through stuff with me of like what had led to the mental breakdown and what was going on for my children. She even spent some time talking to one of my children and figured out that I was completely being narcissistically abused, and all the way through my marriage, basically. Even though I thought, well, it wasn't all bad, I could see that there was times that there was a couple of little, good times that I would live for, really. Especially when I'd go on a good date. Not that I ever went on many at all, and but you live for that one good thing that happened in your relationship, and I've been learning so much about narcissistic abuse, because I didn't realize that that's what was happening in my life. So that was what was pushing me even deeper into depression, until obviously that counselor shared that with me. Now, if you look through my last video and you listen to what had happened in my relationship, you would see that yes, very much narcissistically abused, but I I'd never heard of it. And I said on the last video that I'd been watching a teacher, expert in that field in narcissism. She's a therapist in that, and I think I pronounced her name wrong, so I think it's Dr. Remini, I think. So anyway, I've been watching her and really identifying with almost with everything she's saying, but I don't want to just identify, okay, this is what happened. I want to know, okay, how do you cut it off? How do you heal completely? Because I realized it was still a trigger. It was still something that I was dealing with, because I shared with you a few videos ago that I decided that I was going to take a little break because I felt like I'd hit a little bit of a patch where I wasn't positive what was going on and why I'd been triggered and why I was struggling to heal and to move forward and what the heck was going on. But again, it was because of that narcissistic abuse. Because even though I broke free from the relationship after all the cheating and the abuse and the different things, and even moving thousands of miles away to get away from it, and to start again, and to put that distance, this person still wouldn't leave me alone. Even, you know, so a few months ago when I had that little dip, is because he was messaging and texting and putting group chats with my children, and even trying to reach out to my new relationship and different people, and trying to get them against me, to turn against me. Obviously everybody all but one knew exactly what he was doing and cut him off, and didn't want anything to do with it, and could see through it. But that sent me into a spin. I mean, so after almost 10 years, I still like get these messages, you know, because now I'm realizing that narcissistic people don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to move on. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to thrive. I mean, he was happy when I was depressed, because it validates their behavior. It's like, oh, well, they're crazy, they're depressed, they're broken, you know, and so then you can show that that person is not thriving, not doing well, you know. So as soon as you start doing well, they don't like it. So as soon as I guess he liked the fact that I went homeless. So, you know, I got her home, and he straight away started sending nasty messages. But even though I've worked so hard on my emotions and my life, and changing and evolving and really working so hard on myself, as you can see if you go back through my videos, they're not happy that you're thriving. They don't want you to get at home. They don't want you to get out of depression and be healed and be free. They don't want you in new healthy relationships. They don't want good things for your life, because it validates their behavior. They was angry, like it was always my fault he was angry, like in his mind. So he will, I mean, I've had friends tell me that he's reached out to them and told them that I did things that he did, and I'm like, what? And I used to get really, really down and broken, and want to reach out to them and tell them the truth. But you know, watching Dr. Remini, and I think I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm not positive, but watching some of her teachings lately and realizing what was going off and what does go off when he keeps reaching out, and even got his new wife to be finding people, like doing research to find my friends, to find people, to message them. And I've never had a conversation with this person in my life. So you know, like narcissistic abuse can send you downhill big time, and it was keeping me in depression and brokenness. And I can see how narcissistic people really attract to people who got low self-esteem. So if you look back through my videos, you see that, you know, childhood things that happened, a lot of things that happened in my life, like the encephalitis, the brain virus, and the coma, and losing my memory, and learning difficulties. So that caused me to have a, you know, real low self-esteem, because I was name called and picked on and bullied because of that. Well, you laughed at, you know, kids don't understand, so they do, like, make fun of kids who are struggling, you know, in different abusive situations. And I mean, some terrible abuse I suffered in youth. and just different things, different traumas. And so if you look back through my videos, sometimes you'll think, oh my gosh, is she lying about all these different events and different things that's happened, homelessness and abuse and just different things. And I haven't even touched the surface of some of the traumas. But you know what? I only share them because I want to help others who are dealt with it and dealing with it. But that's why people around me who do know me and did see these things used to say, you know, you got to be cursed. You have got to be cursed. There is no way you can, you know, there isn't a time that's smooth. Like, I seem to finish one traumatic event in my life, and then another would happen. I always felt like I was swimming and I'd start to drown, and then I'll be drowning, and then I'd come up for air and go back down again because another event would happen, like a sickness, a disease, abusive situation, you know, just all manner of things, losing loved ones. You know, I had a terrible time of even trying to have children. You know, I can't have children natural, so I had lots of damage and lots of things go off, and there was horrific trying to carry them, like the pain and the agony trying to carry them, and bones being out of place. It was like it didn't matter what I tried to do in life, things went wrong. So, and I don't know why. And actually watching what Master Sheree Kashner has really helped me with that, because I realized that this life is like a human game, that you're trying to win it, you're trying to find a way to win it. And you and he did one video where he talked about, you know, like the karma that we are attracting, but who's to say that we didn't decide to have a harder life or a harder game on this round, to try and make it, you know, to see whether we could get through it or whether. But them kind of concepts has really helped me to realize, okay, you know what, maybe a lot of things happen because that, you know, I don't know whether that's true or not, but it actually has helped me to let go of a lot of that. But I also realized the energy field around me, because you know what, the negative person attracts more negativity. The depressed person who is stuck, broken, attracts more depression and brokenness. You know, real empathic people, and people with real low self-esteem, like I was, but I guess empathic to the point of like being a bit of a martyr. You know, I guess because growing up with like in church situations where my family was like ministers and doing outreach and humanitarian work and mission work, like missionary work, I got this kind of like Mother Teresa kind of like look on life, like I had to fix the world and help everybody, and see a broken person and I get so broken, like so broken that it's my job to fix them and help them. And so I think that narcissistic people really attract to people who are like the kind of person I was. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I know that everybody has a tendency to sometimes go in self-preservation and protect themselves, and that, you know, and like sometimes people are like my ex has called me a narcissist and called me the things that I definitely know now that I dealt with. I mean, if you look on the last video, you know, all the cheating and the abuse and the shouting at and the being name called and the disgusting behavior towards me and children, you know, yeah, you'll see that actually it's terrible. It was terrible, but now I realize what I was going through, I can heal. So if you are like I was and you're stuck in a narcissistic relationship, you can't heal from depression being stuck in that, because they always keep you down. If you it's like you're always down, you're always under them, and you're always going to be broken. You're never going to thrive, you're never going to heal if you're stuck being called names and made to feel bad about yourself, that you're not good enough and that you're ugly and that you're broken, And I got to the point where I snapped in the end after everything came out. If you look on the last video, you'll see how the suicidal attempt, because I broke. It was like the icing on the cake for me. What all went down and happened. But in a way, you know what, it brought an end. And the only way was up. You know, the only way was up from there, because it brought an end to that. So, you know, I'm grateful that it come to an end, because now I'm finding the ways to heal. I'm finding the ways to be free. And every part of my journey, I've been finding different like podcasters and YouTube channels which really help me in the area that I'm dealing with. So as I've shared with you lots of times about Dr. Caroline Leaf with the brain detox and really rewiring and healing the brain from depression and brokenness, her method, her whole teaching as a neuroscientist on the brain, the mind-brain connection is amazing. And then finding people on who were talking about the gut-brain connection, and I absolutely needed that right then, because I messed up and I'd started to gain the weight, and I'd started to like just eat whatever and not take care of myself. So I've absolutely been reversing that, and I feel great for it. I've been reversing that whole thing, but actually finding those teachers on YouTube, so I'm grateful that these people are uploading their content. Master Sri Kashna with just meditating and learning breathing techniques, and about the law of attraction, about how you attract what your energy is. And I know for me, that's why I was attracting all of this doom and gloom and bad stuff. So now I've reversed it, I've changed it, I've cut it off, and I'm learning. I'm still on the journey of learning. Like I say, like I'm now learning, okay, what do I do now if this person, ex-husband, messages me? Like, why would these people message me? I mean, I live in a different country. I live thousands of miles away. It's been almost 10 years, and there's no need. I can live my life and evolve the way I feel and want to, you know. And I'm on this amazing journey of healing. And obviously narcissistic people don't want you to heal. And but I've realized by watching this therapist, Dr. Ramani and others, is that you have to cut them off, cut negative people off, cut off from narcissistic people. Never let them come near you, just cut them off. So now I've realized, okay, you know, when they message family members or people, don't even read it. Don't tell them not to tell you, you know, like don't read anything and what would take you downhill. And do some breathing techniques. That's one of the things Master Sri Kashna was saying. When you're stressed and when you're having a trigger, when there's a trigger, just take some time to do some deep breathing. And you do start to get good ideas and start to relax and realize what you must do if you're doing some deep breathing. So that's one of the things that I've started doing. But also, you know, I've started to watch this Dr. Ramani and realize that there's steps that I need to take and there's things I need to do so that this doesn't happen, you know, because this is my life and my human game and my journey, and I have to live life to the full. I have to work out how to heal and evolve and do it for myself. So I am watching these different teachings all the time. I'm listening to what they're saying and putting their tactics and their methods to the test. So, you know, if you don't believe me that you can heal from trauma, then please put these things to the test like I did. Because if you go back through my videos, you'll see I didn't believe in half the stuff that I've been trying, half the stuff that people was teaching me. I didn't believe in any of the things Master Sri Kashna was teaching. I didn't believe in anything what the lady who came to me and said my mom sent it to me after me sitting on her grave for hours crying for help and crying for her to come and help me heal, which she did. She sent me someone, but I didn't believe in any of that stuff. But you know what? I was willing to take a chance and say, well, it's either be stuck in depression and brokenness, stuck in my past trauma, stuck with this narcissistic abuse and always being a trigger so it would keep me low so that I couldn't succeed. Because I even stopped studying when I was in a mess just a few months ago by these people messaging me. And to stop my studying, crying all the time, struggling to do anything, and stopped coming on here and sharing my journey. And then I'm like, why am I doing this? What the heck am I doing? And then I started to just listen to Master Sri Kashner again and do some breathing exercises and started listening to the podcasts by Lewis Howes and Jay Shetty and just listening to these different inspirational teachers and finding methods and applying them to my life. So I'm at the point now where I'm going to, stop isolating myself, and I'll be open to making new friends and a new tribe, and I'm ready to start my new career, and I'm ready to start really thriving because these teachers have really helped me and helped me to heal and helped me to grow as a person. So if you're like I was and you're stuck in depression, stuck in brokenness, I'm asking you to give it a chance. Give it a try. Give all my methods a try. Go back through my videos. Give my methods a try. I don't know whether I already asked, but please like and subscribe to my channel if you get anything from what I'm sharing. Please help my channel to grow and share it with other people who are dealing with depression and brokenness, just so that I can reach as many people as possible. I really, really feel passionate about sharing and helping, because so many of you, like me, stuck in deep depression, suicidal, broken, and stuck in the different traumas that I was. But you know what? There is a way to heal, and I'm so excited because I found the keys and tools, and if I can find them, you can. If I can heal, you can. So please come on this journey with me. Let's do it together. And if you're stuck in any kind of narcissistic relationship, please follow Dr. Emily. I'll put the link below. I watched one of her podcasts this morning, and I'll put the link to that below because it was very interesting, very good. I personally identified, and I get a lot of learning how to heal and how to be free and evolve from this. So please, follow her and know that it's not you. It's not you. If somebody chooses to call you names, that's not your fault. If someone pulls you down, that's not your fault. If they're trying to keep you down, keep you low, that's not your fault. You're not bringing that on. That's not your fault that they're doing that, but you have to cut it. You have to do what you have to do to if you stay in it, you're never gonna be free. So follow her teachings if that's something you're dealing with. I'm finding, every time I'm dealing with something, every time something comes up that I gotta work on, it's I discover somebody who's teaching on that method or that thing. I was just sharing last week that I've really been trying to study, but there's been a blockage for me, especially because of my learning curve, and a lot of my exams and qualifications have had to be in coursework and hands-on training. But I decided that I was going to do this new career, and I'm going to pass the test, I'm going to pass the studies. But then I was really struggling, and I've got all the tools. I was following all the people that I need to follow. I downloaded different tools and methods, but still I was still struggling. Then I came across all the teaching by Jim Quick, the brain coach, who actually was called the boy with the broken brain, and had an injury that made him with learning difficulties, and he's now learned how to, it's called Quick Brain. So it's just, he now knows how to speed read and learn and teach others to do it. So I've been doing his methods, and that's been changing me, because now I'm learning to really read. I'd never really ever finished a book before, but now I'm reading a book. I'm like, and excited about it. I've got all these books I want to read, and I started them, and it took me so long to read them that I give up, you know. But now I'm like, wow, his methods are brilliant. So, you know, all the way along, I feel like God, universe is just like dropping these people in my lap to help me on my journey. So I feel like Dr. Remini now is really helping me on my journey. So please follow her if you're really struggling with that. And if you struggle with depression in any way and brokenness and past trauma, Dr. Caroline Leaf, neuroscientist, you know, Master Sheree Kashna with the spiritual side. I believe we're made up of 3 parts: spirit, soul and body. So that's why I'm working on all 3 parts of me: spirit, soul and body. So each teacher, each person has got methods and help for each part. Some spiritual, some emotional, some physical, you know. So that's why I'm sharing all of them. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. So I hope you got something from this. Please give me a like if you did get anything at all from it. Please come on this journey with me and like and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye.